In this little quick tutorial, we're going to learn how to make a light streak, okay? So let's give it a whirl. Let's go up and select our Bezier shape tool. And just click around and let's make a shape. It don't matter what, it can be a custom shape. It's up to you. You can even close your eyes if you want. Let me go through here and make a shape. And there we go. There's my shape. Now you can, like I said, you can make it crazy. Now I'm going to hit the tab key to get out of the draw shape mode, okay? Now with the shape selected, open up your project. With your shape selected, go to the shape tab of the inspector. Okay, now uncheck the fill checkbox and check the outline. And let's make the width about 4. You with me so far? Now let's use and take advantage of the replicator. Select the shape, the project, and click the replicate button. Now we have this funky shape. So what we want to do is we want to adjust it a little bit. So let's select the replicator and go to the replicator tab again. I'm already there. Let's set the shape wave, the shape to wave. Okay. Now let's select the left hand endpoint of the wave and drag it slightly past the left edge. If you see, it's right here. And let's do the same thing with the right, far right. Drag it slightly past the right edge. Now we have our weave pattern in place. Let's select the replicator and go back to the replicator tab if you're not already there. Now in the cell controls section, check the align angle checkbox. Now let's change the scale to 40%. Now that looks more manageable. Enabling the align angle checkbox kind of means that each replicator cell or shape that you made will align itself to the path of the wave or whatever the path may be. Now let's select the replicator and go back to the inspector, and let's set the points to 350. Now you can see there this gives us almost a solid line. But we have so many points, our shapes are kind of overlapping, creating an almost solid looking wave. Now thanks to the small line size and proximity, it gives a nice pattern, and we're going to fix this. So in the layers list, select the original source shape. It should be unchecked. Now from the toolbar menu, let's go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Set the amount to 3. Now you can see we have a nice smooth shape. Now let's select the replicator and go back to the replicator tab. Now in the cell controls section, set the color mode to colorize. Now you're free to experiment with the colors. I'm going to set it as this. I'm going to make a red 0.50, the green 0.16, and the blue 0. Okay? Now keep in mind that the color mode affects each replicator cell, not the whole replicator. So each shape is being colorized individually, not the replicator as a single image. Now why do you ask that's important? Because you can turn on the additive blend checkbox and get a nice blending effect. Let's turn on additive blend. Now as you can see, we got this nice streaky effect. Not too bad. Now each colorized shape is adding its color values to the one before it, and it results in this kind of smooth glow that you see here. And it also brings us back to why the source shape has its outline enabled but its fill disabled. If the source shape had its fill turned on, let me show you, you'd see something like this. It'd be blown out. Okay? So let's select the replicator and go to the replicator tab. In the cell controls, let's set the angle in to 270 degrees. Now by adjusting the angle's end, we've told the replicator to gradually rotate each cell along the wave, with the final one being rotated to 270. Now it kind of gives a twisting effect. Now if you try cranking up the angle even further, you can tie the wave into knots. So what's left to do? I guess we could animate it. So let's select the replicator and go back to the replicator tab in the inspector. I'm already there. In the cells control section, right click on the angle parameter and choose rate. This will bring us to our rate behavior. Okay? Set the rate value to -40. And now we should have our wave. Let's play it back. As you can see, we have our streak wave. Now you can do several things. You can, of course, we want to stretch it out a little bit here so it covers the whole screen. Now you can play with your colors. You can play with your shapes. If you go to spiral, you can see we get this spiral look. We might have to up our points. Let's up our points here. Now, as you can see, we have this cool spiral effect, which would be a cool intro for somebody. Makes some pretty cool patterns. You can try burst. Gives you this burst pattern. Kind of like a different rendition of spiral. You can, heck, you could even get creative. Duplicate it. Spin it. And now you got two. Okay. Or you could go into the replicator and you could change the color. You can make it brighter. You can make it blue, like so. Now we have this blue streak, like so. Let's change our shape back to, that's a circle there. Let's go back to wave. There we go. And there you go. There's your nice, cool After Effects streaky glow effect. I'm sure you can apply this in several ways. You can go in and adjust your scale, your size, your glows, your custom shapes. Remember, this is all based on your custom shape that you drew. So the possibilities are limitless. So I hope there's something here you can apply to your everyday workflow. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.